Fuck nuggets.
Wow, boy, that might have made it in. Welcome back, everyone, to Journey to Ragnarok. It is session 39. Last we left off, the party managed to make their way into the throne room of King Fafnir, where thanks to a Jaegered Astrid, spoke him into not immediately killing them, but instead imprisoning them for 2 days while he meets with his council, and you will meet with him in 2 days. But before we head to the prison, we have to go back in time just a wee bit to an ever lovely bridge. We'll put this on. This'll work fine, I'm sure. To an ever lovely bridge where a certain bard approaches a very gigantic man in armor with his back turned, sword at the edge of this rainbow bridge. You, Astrid, are led to the bridge by 2 guards, where they then leave you to approach on your own the Watcher of Norse mythology, Heimdall. And he stands there unspeaking, unmoving, his back turned to you. But you can guess he knows you're here.
Well, that's kind of his job.
Yeah.
I've kind of need everybody to do the Bill and Ted, back in time. No? Okay, fine. It was just me.
I was doing it with you. I was doing it.
I was on mute. I'm sorry. I was doing it though.
I'm
All
on
right.
push to talk, sorry.
Good. All right. Just so that I know you were with me in spirit, at least. Okay, so I just want to check and make sure. I think I remember as I was stomping out that I demanded all my stuff because I'm in all this finery that Loki made me wear for this fucking wedding. So I'm going to... I don't even have to put it on. I am in my most ferocious, affronted, upset princess mode. So I just sweep around until I am standing in front of him. And I look up and it's like, I don't even care. I deal with great big Norsemen all the time in my father's hall, and I have them wrapped around my finger. So this is fine, right? So I look up and I stomp my foot a little bit and I say, Heimdall, all-seeing one.
His reaction is one very much of nonchalant look down and acknowledge you. Again, it is very much I knew you were here the entire time.
Yes, that's fine.
So he looks down and he just nods his head to you as if to say, continue.
I presume you are aware of everything that has transpired up to and including the marriage ceremony that just took place.
I indeed did see this.
And I also presume that you have heard that I have been crying out for help from the gods for quite some time now, and you didn't see me.
Oh, do not misunderstand my powers, young Astrid. I have seen you, as I have seen everything. But it is not my job to deal with the trickster.
Even when I addressed you personally? I prayed to you. How often does that happen, Heimdall?
See, I can break this moment and be like, oh, it happens all the time. Someone in your party actively prays to me, actually. Uh,
Yes, but
you know
how
Actually.
often?
Tobias? You know Tobias, right? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
understand? He's constantly like, "Hey, Heimdall, come help me."
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't say that, of course.
I mean, you could. It's fine. It's true.
It is very true, and I think even Astrid knows this,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
which is
She doesn't care.
even better. Um, he still looking down at you and still unmoving. You know the massive sword he holds between his hands and pierced
Mm-hmm.
down into the bridge. Um, and he says, "You have prayed to me, yes. I did not answer, that is correct. But do not think it against you, young mortal, and ask yourself if you really think yourself so foolish and easily outwitted that someone so vain and cocky like the trickster means that you stand no chance before him."
Oh, well, I know that. I will triumph over him. But it does seem to me like at this point, all of you would have a vested interest in making sure that that happens. Now that some of his latest schemes and trickery has been uncovered. Am I wrong in thinking that?
You are not. But I may not intervene here in Asgard, which is why I find it very amusing to have seen what comes of him at your hand.
Oh, well, do keep watching. And in fact, that's part of the reason I'm speaking to you right now. I feel as if a reasonable request is to put in a word for myself for perhaps a little extra surveillance. I would love nothing more than for you to keep an eye on me at all times. All-seeing one. And insofar as it is ever even needed for you to do that, which, given virtue of your position, I know is not, but I'm saying it anyway, you have my full consent. Furthermore, I am not entirely sure just how far your vision extends to other things. But might I ask you, does your magic allow you to identify spells or objects that have to do with scrying?
He looks at you with intrigue now on his face. And what sort of magic would you ask of me?
Astrid takes her backpack and dumps everything in it on the ground and kind of spreads it out. And she says, "Are any of my things are any of my things spelled to keep an eye on me or to track me?"
Let's see, did I give Heimdall a stat block? I did.
This is, Vision, this is what Astrid is hoping for, is like Vision is his big deal. So she wants him to be intrigued.
Okay.
It's really hard for it not to be in there.
I'm going to give him a roll.
Okay.
I'm going to give him one of his biggest bonuses because it makes sense. And this
All
will
right.
be a very fun bonus. Okay.
Holy shit. Oh, and she taps on the armlet, you know, the thing from Loki.
Mm-hmm.
And says that also.
So he looks over that first. And he kind of like waves his hand over everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't get anything from the armband. What is in your backpack?
I have several changes of clothing. I think I have just like the standard bedroll, something to start fires with. I'm pulling up my inventory right now. I have a potion of healing. I have a crossbow and those fancy arrows. And the Sword of Kings, so like a healer's kit, and my book of poetry. I would love to know why I have a bag of holding in my, or is that just a thing everybody has now, and you just click it if you have one?
I think you were given it by Sindri to hold the soul.
Okay, so I probably don't have it anymore. That's my guess.
So you would say what's the tiniest item in your inventory? The tinderbox?
No, I have a disguise kit, so there's probably something in there like a little tiny like eyebrow brush or something like that.
Okay, because he would wave his hand over it. He would insert tiny thing here, so if you dumped out all your kits, he would grab the hairbrush, he would pick it up, and what would essentially be crushing it in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he would say, "That should do it."
Lovely. I knew that you were going to be able to thwart that with your all-seeing eyes. Perfect. So, really, truly nothing on this? And it's like she's slightly less mad now. It's like, really nothing on the armband? About scrying? I mean, I'm gonna assume that there's other things on there too, but I feel like I can only ask you so much.
Unfortunately for you, it seems that the trickster god isn't as obvious as you would like him to be.
Oh, it's fine. Terrific. Well, let's get rid of this stuff. And she starts ripping, like she's got all those gems and whatever in her hair. And like all her jewelry right now is stuff that Loki made her put on. So she's just ripping it off and like throwing it down on the ground. And she starts taking off her clothes. She just goes, your Heimdall, this is nothing you haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So she just takes off every single thing that Loki gave her, made her wear, just leaves it in a pile in front of Heimdall, and then takes her own clothes and armor off the ground and like suits up, puts everything back in the backpack, and then bows to Heimdall very deeply.
Mm-hmm.
And says, I thank you for your assistance. And you will still receive my prayers. And probably some when I don't even need you for anything. But for now, could you please help me catch up with my friends?
He will allow and open the Bifrost. And he leaves you with the classic, words of wisdom right before you disappear so you can't actually respond to him.
Yes.
Which would essentially be Astrid of Midgard, do not let your rage overtake you and allow Loki to smile as you falter before him, and instead see past the depths of his trickery and see into your own fate instead. For many great things await you, including that of your salvation. And then, boosh! You're into the Dwarven realm as everything happens, and in a prison cell.
All right. So Astrid would have landed in front of everyone, all of a sudden dressed in her own stuff, and saying, "All right, that's fair," just to the Emperor.
And then
Thank you for letting me go back in time.
Back into the future, where very unfortunately for you, you look to your left and you're in a cell with Gudrun.
Yes. Yay.
Which is where we left off last time, actually, with the two of you getting ready to interact with each other.
Yep. How long have we been in these cells? Like, is this like when we got thrown in, or like?
This is immediately after you got thrown in. Ezekiel's bird was moved and rushed out of the place. The soldiers went back to their tables and started playing their dice again. And it's been you've been here for maybe 20 minutes. It's been a whirlwind of things that maybe 20 to 30 minutes. They got rid of Ezekiel's bird because Ezekiel told the guards it was a bomb.
Which is glorious. Since I was being Jaegered, what is it that is being discussed for 2 days?
So, what is happening is Fafnir said, so you're looking to trade the amulet that you have for his ring. Fafnir said, You guys have some compelling points, but I don't really trust you that you're not here to steal it from me. So I'm going to put you in jail for 2 days' time, and then I'll let you come back and restate your case instead of just killing you here and now.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to know the particulars there.
I guess we're stuck here for 2 days, huh?
Well, apparently so. I'm rolling for sleight of hand pie, and what I want to keep if I make it is just my book that I have my poetry and stuff written down on. Nothing else.
You're able to keep it.
Okay,
but
great.
Everything else on you, gold, weapons, etc., are currently now dumped into Fafnir's hoard.
Did they take the armband?
I want to say somewhere. No, I don't think it was discussed in the past. Despite no magic being found on it,
it's quite shiny.
They tried to take the armband, but it's glued to your arm.
Okay, fair enough. It was worth a shot.
It really was worth a shot. It was a good try.
Worth a shot. Okay. So I can only see Tobias. And 3 guards.
And 3 guards who all get back to their dice game.
Okay. So I'm going to come back here.
You can definitely hear something happening in Tobias's cell. You don't know what's happening, but something's happening.
Yeah.
There is a commotion.
Yeah. So I'm going to pull Gudrun all the way back if she will come with me.
Yeah, where are we going?
I want to come back here so that we can talk more quietly.
I'm pretty sure they can still hear us.
I'm pretty sure they can still hear you, yes. So, I don't know how much good it will do, but I'm going to try something to make the guards at least our friends for a little while.
Can you make them our friends for 2 days? Because otherwise I don't know how that's going to help.
Well, I may be able to re-up. I just kind of want to see if it'll work first.
I mean,
So,
go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you.
okay, well, if you would come up to the bars with me and
Come over here. Come over there. You're always wanting me to move around. These bones are getting old.
You hear a voice in Dwarven from the table shout out, quiet down in there!
It's in Dwarvish because I'm the one person who doesn't speak Dwarvish.
Yeah, so you're the
I
only one who
do.
doesn't understand it, but everyone else can
Yep.
hear the booming voice of, like, shut
Right.
up!
As they should.
I am going to. Okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah, Gudrun is like cramping my style as per usual.
As per usual. That's why I'm here.
I'm going to come to the bars, and I know a lot of epic poetry from all over the damn place. So I'm going to come to the bars, and I'm going to begin to recite, sing/recite some piece of dwarven poetry specific to them in particular, that has something to do with just like the might and power of their race, of their clan, and that kind of
dwarves
stuff.
are so great. Dwarves are the
Yes.
best. Dwarves are so cool. I wish it was a dwarf.
Pretty much that. And also there have been lots of cool dwarves. Listen to
Remember
song
that
about this
super cool
one.
guy?
Yeah.
Alright, sure.
He was the best.
Do they try to make me shut up, or is this intriguing? Will they let me keep singing?
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay. How does a 27 hit you?
A 27 isn't going to win. Or as in they're not gonna beat it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
That's
say,
what I
wow,
meant.
these
That's
are
what I meant.
some hella guards here.
So they don't tell you to stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's rather than like they do look pleased hearing like oh hey, it's good that we finally have a prisoner who actually is like, wow. They do continue playing their game.
That's fine.
But they don't
That's
come up
fine.
to stop you.
So that's cool. They do get to make a wisdom saving throw against what I am actually trying to do.
Okay.
The DC is 16.
What are we doing here? Wisdom save?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Wow, look at that 24. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. The other two are now charmed for an hour.
Oh.
That was my College of Glamour enthralling performance. You can choose 4 creatures that watch and listen to you perform for 1 minute. They're charmed if they fail.
Who's the fourth person?
Well, I think we only
Gudrun.
have 3. Gudrun, yes. No, that is outside of Astrid's purview. That would feel gross to Astrid. For a number of reasons.
Sure.
So yeah, just for funsies, just in case it might help. Those 2 are charmed.
All right, so they can't attack you or target you with harmful abilities, and you have advantage on any ability check to interact socially with these 2.
We're fairly good acquaintances right now, emotionally speaking, and oh yeah, it also ends like if I take a punch at them or they take damage or whatever.
So you are favorable with them.
I am with 2 of them, 2 of the 3.
And the whisper from the back wall.
100%. That is exactly. I did not move. Stage whisper from the back wall. Did it work?
Shh. Yeah, I turn my back to the table and I make like the tilty hand gesture that's like kind of, sort of.
Yeah, like the eh.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. As you do that, we're gonna teleport back over here. Tobias, you're currently being pressed by two uh, dark elves that you cannot understand. They are up in your face. They're doing the bully thing where they're one of them's like grabbing like the scruff of your shirt and like holding you, but like also not really. And you're probably being hit by a lot of spittle because they are frantically chittering and speaking in a language I think you said you do not understand.
Right. Yeah, I don't understand it. Um, I think it was described like they were mobbing me, but they weren't like attacking me.
Yeah, they're not attacking you, but they are up in your face and like yeah, they're not trying to beat you up, but they're definitely up in your face. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so my first thought is, well, regardless of whether or not they like that or not, um, I drew their interest. Uh, can I tell from their facial expressions whether they look like panic, like, whoa, shit, don't do that, or like, oh, now you've done it kind of deal?
Give me an insight, I'm gonna say with disadvantage
I mean, that's fair.
because they're foreign to you.
Okay, yeah. So I'll go disadvantage.
That's
Um,
still really good.
okay,
Damn. Um they you're able to tell on their faces it's more past the almost bug-like face of these elves. um it's more a face of uh hmm, how can I best, I mean, 27 is really good. I guess it's a mixture of hope and worry. Hopeful that they saw you cast something and they're hopeful, uh and worry in the sense that, or the mix of hopeful and worriness that, oh hey, maybe this guy can get us out. We saw him do magic that can help us. So
okay,
you kind of get that on their faces. And
okay,
yeah, and I'll say even with the insight, you probably catch them, one of them like pointing at your hands that you just casted magic with, and then point back the iron bars that clasp their uh, wings together, which gives you the hopefulness look in their eyes. But
okay.
but again, the entire time you're seeing this, all you hear is like bug
Yeah.
chittering.
Okay, so like I kind of just vibe it out. Um, these dwarves, has it been stated whether they can see in the dark or not? They can, right?
Well, considering half this place, this entire kingdom has been shrouded in darkness, and you've seen the dwarves accurately move without issue, it's a safe assumption.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess my question is, the center of the room is lit up by something, right? Like there's a light source somewhere.
Yeah, when you got brought in here, you did see two braziers lit with coals and fires at the edge of the room, next to the
Okay.
doors, and there are a few
Okay.
candles on the table.
Okay. Now my question is this: there's no real mechanical justification for this, but like in a room like that, does being in a bright room make it harder for them to see into the dark corners? Because you know how like if you're inside a house and it's super bright, you can't really see outside at night.
Yeah. Um. Let me think about that. gonna say because I'm gonna say likely they can see fine because they also work around, like roiling lava fields. So the darkness and the light isn't something unnatural to the dwarves. It's just that the entire kingdom happens to be shrouded in darkness. So
Okay.
it's less that they've adapted to the darkness versus having to adapt to the light.
Okay. Um. Hmm. I guess I'm just trying to figure out what things I can RP off of here. I do see them being distracted by Astrid though.
Yes, that is a thing you would
Okay.
see.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with them into the darkness. And I guess this is where performance kind of comes in. I'm going to gesture to myself and to the others, kind of like in a broad circling gesture, and then separately, I'm going to gesture towards uh, the elves in a circular motion. It's like, and you, and then again all together, and then gesture towards the bars with like two closed fists, like get out.
So you're making like gesture of like, do you want to get out?
Yeah, like, will you work with us?
Yeah, okay. Give me a performance.
It's the funniest check I can make at this point. Yeah, you know. It would have to.
I'll make a roll to see if they understand you. If they get, I
Yeah,
mean, if they get below what your roll is, they're not.
yeah. It's
Uh,
like a reverse insight check.
let's see. I'm gonna do once for uh this trio, and then there is a unique guy there, so I'm gonna do once for the three, and then once for this guy.
Would Tobias need help in this scenario?
I'm. I might because you can definitely catch my drift. I think it'd be up to you to pitch the RP idea on how you're gonna help me perform this.
Well,
All right.
luckily, the trio of elves do understand what you're talking about.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ezekiel walks up like, "Let me help," and then he goes, "Oh, I wouldn't have been able to help at all. Thank God they got one." Uh, but the trio of elves here do understand what you're talking about, and they, two of them chitter to this guy, and they get you. They understand what you're putting down.
Okay. Um. So now I'm gonna uh make the gesture with like my hand. I'm going to talk uh to my friend on the other side of the prison. And then I'm gonna ask them to block line of sight towards me.
All right, wherever you stand, the elves will guard.
Okay.
I'll tap you and be like, all right, keep cool, keep it cool, and I'll give you guidance.
You kind of
Okay.
like walk around and begin talking at the bars.
Okay. Um, and I'm going to shoot a message towards Gwen, and I'm going to say, I think these elves are willing to assist us, but there's a mild language barrier that I'm struggling to deal with. How are things going on your end?
Gwen will respond. I have one here with me. We can talk. He's not too apt to it, but I'm going to try to get him out. I don't know if his does I don't know if his want or desire to leave is um is strong.
And one thing I will remind Gwen is you were told by this guy that someone in the middle here, one of the guards, have the keys for their wing clasps.
Yep. Oh, I guess I'll share that as well. Again, the keys to their wing clasps are on one of the guys at the table.
Okay. I'll reach out to Astrid and Gudrun. I guess I kind of have trouble narrowing down who's who in the darkness over there. So I think I'll just rely on a dice roll to see who I hit with message.
At the moment, I'm the visible one, but
Okay, that would probably be my
yeah.
clear target then.
Yeah, I was told to go to the back, and then Gudrun didn't want to move again. She was like,
If-
"Well, now I'm chilling here."
I mean,
Now-
if you need, I can run back and forth and kind of give you a pinpoint.
Okay.
I'll scoot on in. I'll peek on through.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Was it established if it was literally just you two in your cell, or is there like a third elf or something?
Just us,
Okay.
as far as we know.
Unless there's anyone invisible, which, like, I mean, if there was, you'd feel like they would have left.
All right. I'm gonna shoot a message into. Bless you. Shoot a message into Astrid's mind. Bless you again. The Allfather only has so many blessings to give out. We know that one of the guards have the key. These elves are willing to help us, and there's another elf that seems to possibly be injured.
Astrid says back, if we try to jailbreak, it will ruin any chances at diplomacy. And I kind of like our odds better at diplomacy.
What's she saying?
She's saying that she wants to try diplomacy.
I don't know. You see that guy? He did not look well.
Yeah, something's off with him.
Like he looked paranoid. I mean, like real paranoid. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying maybe Plan B would be a good idea.
I'm leaning towards that idea as well. I'm worried about what this council is going to say. But
Is there a way we can finesse them keys and maybe at least prep these guys for slaughter of some sort?
perhaps. I think if we really put our mind to it, we could escape. But I think the party needs to be on the same page regarding this move. And possibly
Maybe
out of
ask
this
good.
without-
Maybe ask Gudrun. She's real savant when it comes to this kind of stuff.
All right. So regarding like jailbreaking or regarding this diplomacy issue?
Well, I mean, she's quite alluring, so maybe she'd be good at diplomacy.
Well, I'm not sure how that would go, but
Well,
Are-
I mean,
are we
I'm fine with diplomacy. I just feel like a plan B of some magnitude would be a good idea. That's all I'm saying.
all right. Well, I second that motion. I think Tobias at this point would message Astrid again, and
Doesn't
say,
even try to message Gudrun because we all know we'll be garbage at diplomacy.
"There in a second. I'll go over there in a second." But Astrid's the one that's maintaining this spell, so I'll hit everyone in the party. Just give me a second. I haven't completely lost hope in Gudrun.
I mean, terrible choice, really.
That's the last mistake Tobias made. So, regarding diplomacy, Astrid, there are some things that I noticed with King Fafnir. It seems like he has some ounce of concern for his people. And it is that ounce of concern that makes me believe that there is a non-zero chance that diplomacy will work. However, I'm not sure how feasible it will be to retrieve our gear from the Horde. And we cannot leave those items here. I'll message Gudrun and say, it seems like we have two options here, either a jailbreak or diplomacy, or some strange hybrid of both, if you can conceive of a plan that uses both and plays to our strengths. But I'm making this message out of a recommendation. Do you have any ideas on how to finesse our way out of this situation?
Not really. I do think we're mildly fucked on diplomacy.
What a woman.
I will whisper that to Ezekiel.
But at the same time, can we kill everyone? So, some diplomacy, I guess.
You know, the woman may not know how to read a book, but she can read a room pretty damn well.
My whiz is pretty hot.
All right, and then I'm going to shoot a message to Gwyn and say, Astrid wishes to try diplomacy, but it seems like the majority of us believe that it is prudent to have a plan B. A jailbreak, possibly. Where do you lean on this matter?
I don't know how much diplomacy will do, because we're really asking them to go against the king. But I'm willing to try either way. But if I can get my book back, I will be much more help in the on front of the fight.
Just to clarify, when Astrid is talking about diplomacy, she means waiting for 2 days and then going in more or less good faith to talk to Fafnir again.
Oh yes, I understood that.
Okay.
Like I think Tobias in this situation would like to hear the pitch for how that would go.
Sure.
Because we got shut down pretty fucking hard.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure that it was clear that I wasn't necessarily talking about diplomacy with the guards, me trying to keep them charmed.
Right. Yeah, I understand.
How viable do you think it is that I can find a forked twig around here?
Well, your bird's on the outside now.
Right, but is there is there a stick around here somewhere?
Give me a perception.
Right, literally a stick. I just need quite literally a stick.
$23. Okay, in my head I was thinking, all right, 20 and above, you'll find a stick. Sure. Back in the corner underneath like one of these random like debris, you find a stick.
Okay. You can go ahead and tell Astrid, Gwyneth, my bad. You can go ahead and tell Gwen that I have an ability to locate a book. I'll need like a really good description, but I could locate her book if need be.
Okay, so I am all for mediating with all the party communications, but in the interest of streamlining this a little bit, can we say that we can speak freely, effectively? GM.
I'll say yes. For the sake of things, you guys can message each other back and forth.
All right, sweet.
Okay.
All right, Gwen.
That's generous, thank you.
I have an ability. I have found a stick. I can now make sure you're saying this verbatim, Tobias. I have found a stick. I can find your book.
Yeah, I will go into immense detail of my book down to what corners of what page is frayed and what corners are not.
Oh my god, have you tasted this thing? What the fuck? What's wrong with you?
So you spend time to locate it.
I'm not casting it yet.
Okay.
I'm keeping the description in mind in case we want to use that ability. I have the stick. I can cast it whenever we need be, and I can on the spur of the moment I can point right to where that book is, and maybe we can just snap it real quick, and then wins in the fight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the point here.
Other than Gwen's book, what do we absolutely need from the Horde? Because I will happily abandon the Sword of Kings if we can only grab a couple of things. We've got to get Gwen's book. What else?
Nothing that Gudrun has is of special note, but like for her to be useful, she'll need a weapon. But like, besides that, like, don't need her shit.
Right. Okay.
Well, a lot of my spell components, other than a couple of the more rare gems, are literally just shit off the ground. Like it's pretty rudimentary.
All right.
So I literally found a stick and I can locate God. So let's it's pretty rudimentary overall.
I mean, because I think we could, if we're trying to jailbreak, we can get weapons from these people.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to assess here what we need to get back when we're talking about Plan B.
But I think we should get your guys' stuff back. Any of the fighters, any of the cool weapons and shit. We need to get all that.
I
back.
want to know what is absolutely 100%. I will not leave without it.
Okay, well, I have my soup pot.
All right. Soup pot.
I would like to get my Conqueror's Axe, but like I will leave without it if we have to.
Okay. That's exactly what I need to know. Thank you.
I think my magic weapons pearl and my super nice shield.
Okay. So basically your whole kit in that sense.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Shit, I forgot I had that necklace of finding shit. I had that necklace of guiding. I forgot about that.
Oh no.
Well, your stuff's in the Horde now.
Yeah. Okay, but that gives us a sense of what to focus on.
We should probably prioritize the survivability. If we could find a bunch of my components, that would be cool. There are a couple pretty finessed ones I wouldn't mind getting back, but I could always start dragging that shit up as we go. So
yeah, but if it's a question of us running through our lives through the Horde, getting our stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As you guys are going back and forth, this guard finally notices the grouping of elves at the bars and comes up and like rattles the bars with his weapon and shouts, "Get back!" And they all hiss at him, but eventually, they do go back into their own huddles.
Thanks for that. It was hard for me to breathe with all those knife ears in front of me.
He slams the sword of the bars at you as well and says, "You too!" And then he walks back.
Spooky.
This is congregating.
Stop congregating.
It's congregating.
He
All right.
turns, looks at you, Ezekiel, and says, "You're lucky you're a dwarf. You'll likely get away without being beheaded. That's where your friends will probably end up in 2 days."
Why do you say that? Is your king not a reasonable man?
No, you're just humans. We have no need for you. Just like those elves there. Probably all be executed.
Well,
Rightfully so.
I would probably advise against that. You know, we did not come here to harm you, and we are caring of your people just like your king is, or supposedly so.
Yeah, our king doesn't care for outsiders. It's a miracle you even ended up in these cells in the first place.
Well, we're pretty miracle-minded people. Say,
Right.
on a scale of 1 to 10, like how likely is a beheading? Like if you think about it from a numbers perspective, unless you don't handle numbers well, then we can think about it from a letters perspective. Unless you don't handle letters well, then we can just do our fingies, and I'll just hold in my hands.
Give me... Oh, man. Give me a persuasion.
All right. Persuasion.
I'm gonna make a roll for him, too. Oh, no,
Good.
I'm not.
Good.
I'm not gonna make a roll.
Good. It had to happen. It had to happen.
Oh,
Dice tell stories.
Dice tell stories.
Okay. He is
Unless
going to... He's going to turn to look at his 2 other soldiers, which, I mean, they're charmed by you, Astrid, but I still think this isn't a charm that prevents them from being themselves.
Oh, not at all. It's not dominate person.
Yeah, it's just they're more favorable when interacting with you.
Yeah.
So the uncharmed guard turns to his others, and like motions to the cage and the cell, and all 3 of them get up with their weapons in hands.
Okay, I'll step on 1 step back.
And with these 2 kind of like flanking him, you can actually see the one in the middle grabs a ring of keys and begins to unlock it.
Good.
He puts it back in his pocket, and the other 2 walk in or begin to walk in.
All right, I'll run up to Tobias. I'm gonna wait for them to enter.
Okay, because they're coming to grab you essentially.
I know. Tobias, hit me.
Okay.
I'll let him hit me. Like I will not resist him hitting me.
Yeah.
Non-lethal swing.
I don't know if non-lethal
deal-
swing is a thing.
You'll just deal 1 point of damage to him.
Awesome. I will
Oh,
take
okay.
that one.
So yeah, I guess he backs up, and I just hit him, and I guess I'm gonna be like, first you irritated us, now you're irritating everyone else in this room.
Alright, as you punch him, Ezekiel, you're still gonna get off what you're gonna do, but if everyone could kindly roll me initiative.
Gudrun, when she hears all this like punching, she just walks up to watch the show. If you'll permit me to do that as we go into this initiative.
Of
Hey,
course.
Pi.
Yeah.
While they were doing this, in all fairness, my idea, and if it came to a conclusion, may or may not offer additional assistance to this fight. Can I please do what I'm thinking of
Sure.
doing?
I'm
before
gonna
this starts?
keep the initiative up, but you can talk through what you were wanting to do.
Okay,
That was
perfect.
my initiative.
So, with the being able to see the lock on the guy, I want to. Where is it? A stone floor, or is there some dirt there that I can use?
It is a stone floor. If I want to bring up just to make sure this isn't the same idea. You did ask about a previous spell which can alter metal, and I did say that If it wasn't refined, this spell would work. If it was just raw ore, it would work. But the blocks are refined metal, so
Where is this?
if it's the spell I'm thinking of, it doesn't work unless this is an entirely different thing.
Entirely different things,
There.
same spell.
Okay, it is a stone floor.
Good.
Okay,
Great.
there's no dirt.
Let's see. Do you want higher or lower?
Higher.
I got 100 on the dot. If you roll this
Whoa!
over, there's a patch of dirt.
Holy shit.
Fucking great.
Great. So I scoop that up and I'm going to use mold earth to change it into a kind of softer form of dirt. And I want to shove that dirt into the keyhole. And then I want to mold earth again and have it shape itself into the key and then turn it and unlock the shackle.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Hilarious.
So-
hilarious.
Fucking brilliant.
You can indeed do that, and you unlock... You're unlocking his wings.
Yeah, I'm starting there.
Okay, you are able to unlock his wings, and he kind of stretches his back almost immediately, and you can see the fluttering of the wings. As I will roll initiative for everyone else.
Quick question. What has been the rest situation?
You have not had one.
Has hanging around in these jail cells counted as a short rest, or have we literally been here 20 minutes?
You have not been here long.
Okay.
Sorry. Could have.
Thanks.
Wasn't my intention.
Yeah, I know.
Let me
It's
make
fine.
sure I'm getting the right. Okay, this is the right one. I'm gonna roll for these guys. 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of fellas. But we're gonna have Ezekiel. Even though you rolled a 4 on initiative, you will go first. So I'm gonna skip
Awesome.
down to you.
Alright, with me being hit, I instantaneously use my dwarven ability that I had just recently learned to turn invisible.
So you do the step
Was it-
between worlds.
Is it invisible or teleporting? I can't remember.
So,
I thought it was invisibility.
Let me actually check. I believe the way it works is... let me check
Either
our
or
Discord.
should work pretty good for me, actually.
Just checking. Okay, yeah. So so it is based on the fade away feature, which after you take damage, you can use a reaction to magically become invisible until the end of your next turn, or until you take an attack, deal damage, or force someone to make a saving throw.
Hilarious. I turn invisible.
You turn invisible.
Alright, and since they are walking in currently, I assume the door's open currently.
The door is open. Roll me a perception check, please.
Alright.
Because you kind of go into the world between realms. You know, the door.
Oh my
between
god, it's the
realms.
ring.
And it's basically kind of like Lord of the Rings. When he goes into the Wraith world, he equips the ring, and everything becomes all bluish. So you step into the door between realms. And the dwarves are still tracking you with their eyes.
Whoa, wait, what?
Oh no.
They can still see you. No one else can
Would
see
I-
you. The
Hold on,
dwarves
would
can
I
see
have known
you.
that before that?
I guess technically when Sindri did it, you would have noticed him. The others wouldn't have noticed him. To everyone else, he would have just popped up wherever he was when he was doing it. You would have seen him open a door, walking around, and then reappearing because you're also a fellow dwarf.
Well, that definitely changes what I would have
But-
done.
But here's the thing. At the time, Ezekiel was so excited and like, how did I never know this? So would he really have noticed?
Well,
Because other dwarves can, their whole thing is they can step between the realms, they can see between the realms. The other dwarves can see you as you step between realms.
unfortunately, that would have changed things a bit, but we'll see. Let me see if I can still do something. Did they take my holy symbol, or was I able to squirrel that away?
Did you roll a sleight of hand? If
Cannot-
you cannot remember, I will allow a retroactive one now.
Alright. Eh.
And I think I had them roll perceptions to see if they would have taken it.
I don't think my holy symbol would be something of very flashy value,
So I will roll.
being of chains and all.
They probably would have taken it.
Well, that leaves me with quite little options. I'll look at one of them. This is going to be the best I can do. Which one has the keys?
This one in the back.
All right. I'm going to cast command.
Okay.
And I'm just going to hold my hands up because you can see me. And I'll just say, keys!
Okay. Is that wisdom?
That is wisdom.
Okay. He fails. So on his turn, he's going to hold the keys out. That is what he's going to do.
Can't give me one. Can't even lack. I'm holding my hands up like in a catching pose.
And you immediately pop back into view.
Well, it's the only thing I can do because apparently they can fucking see me. Alright.
I
with
realized
my
how
bone-
mean that was as I was saying it, but it is a factor of the dwarves. Even in my head, as I said they can see you, I was like, oh, what I'm about to say is going to be so mean and I feel bad.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to see what I can do as a bonus action.
You can call your bird back. Wherever
My
Pocky
bird's
is.
My bird's distracting a guy. I don't really want to bring him back yet. The bomb?
You
What
can't-
bomb?
You can't see through Pocky, right?
No, I can't. I'm just telling him to keep really high.
Right, okay. I just want to make sure that you can't see through Pocky. Because
No.
that would have been interesting, but no, he's still in his cage, so they took him somewhere.
You know what? I'll cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
That's verbal and somatic.
Alright, where you want it? Here?
Yeah, I'll slam it right between the two of them and just fucking clobber one of the bastards.
Alright, top or bottom?
Oh shit! Wait, what? They're both charmed. That's unfortunate. Sorry, I'm clobbering the one right below, next to the
It's
two,
fine.
next to the two buggers. So it kind of start knocking him off his feet a little bit.
Alright.
Don't worry about it.
That's a spell attack roll, I believe. Yeah, it's just D20 plus. 12.
That will miss. But he's still charmed. I think it has to hit for him to be...
It has to hit.
That is correct.
It has to do damage, so he's still charmed.
Mhm.
Alright, then I'm just gonna skedaddle behind Tobias.
Okay. The Svartalfars seeing action, they're all gonna rush the dwarves.
Oh, I want to point out, here's the keys! I'll say that to the spawn of ours. Keys! Keys! I'll just point to the guy holding out the keys.
You shout that. Do you speak Elvish?
Nope, I'm just shouting
So
keys.
you are shouting something they do not understand.
Also, my special, I don't think my special weapon takes up truly space.
No, it doesn't. But they're all
Okay,
still, these guys are rushing this guy up here.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Um,
That works.
They do have, I do not have stats for their just like regular attacks. I'm just gonna use their regular sword attacks, but treat it as claws. So they're gonna, the one up top is going to swing twice at this guy. 1, 2, and both miss. And then this is 3 attacks on the bottom guy. 1, 2, 3. 1 attack hits for 3 slashing, and this guy's no longer charmed. Oh, and it's this guy's turn, and he's gonna swing. Actually, no, yeah, he feels confident because these guys don't have weapons. So he's gonna swing on the one directly in the middle. 1, 2. Which, let me look at their stats. Those 2 hit. And the one in the middle is not looking good. He's taken a lot of hurt already. Gwyn.
I have to reload in. I'm sorry, my Firefox got weird
How
for a second.
dare you, Firefox?
I know. So rude. Okay, so I've got his wings free. He's also shackled at his hands and feet, right?
I think I said it was just their wings.
Okay, perfect. Is there openings to look into this center cage?
I will say, actually, you know what? There is. Let's see if I can fix this lighting real quick. We'll say you can see about that much.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna run to the bar. Do I see any other of the elves?
You would see an empty cage with nothing but bones and skulls.
Cool. I'm gonna run. Okay, so
It's
5,
like a
10,
crack in
15,
the
20.
wall.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get here, and I want to use the since they're distracted down there. I want to use the same trick that I just. No. Sorry. I'm gonna start with using prestidigitation, and I'm gonna make a copy of the mold that I just made.
Okay.
Into a trinket. So I'm holding, because one of the trinkets that you can make is recommended is an old key. So I want to
Okay.
make a key that matches what I just used to break out of his wing, to help him get out of his shackles.
Okay. You do so.
And I will try that key on this lock that's on my cage. They might be different, but they might be the same, so I'll give it a shot.
All right. I have a number in my head. Roll me
Mark.
roll me a d20 plus your intelligence.
Sure. 22.
Your cell opens.
I try not to draw any attention to the fact that I just got the door open. But that will be the end of my turn, because I feel like that's enough actions to justify being the end of my turn.
Okay. This Durgar is going to swing on the guy up top from him. I think only one of those will hit. Yep, only one will hit. 10 piercing. Gudrun.
Well, hell. I spent a really long time thinking about what I was gonna do, and I still don't know.
Well, there's not much, to be fair.
Yeah. Um. Well, you see, there's not a lot I can do.
Hold a bop.
Yeah, because all I have to bop with are my fists right now, and that's
You
You
not.
got bopping fists.
Do you have any
Not-
grow big left? Grow big and charge the gate.
I was wondering if you would let me attempt to charge the gate, but technically growing big doesn't give me any benefits to that. I do still have grow big as an option.
Well, what would you like to do?
Well, technically, mechanically, I don't think it actually helps. I just think it feels like it should.
I might give some bonuses.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna do it because it's funny and no other reason. So I'm gonna bonus action, go big or go home. And then I would just like to try to rip open the bars with hands,
All
or
right.
like punch through. I can't punching through doesn't really make sense, but yeah.
So you grab the bars with all your might. Roll me. Let's see. You're gonna roll me. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, so you're gonna have advantage on your athletics. And you're gonna add a d6 to it.
Damn. Athletics, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
With advantage, so roll again.
Oh yeah.
And then roll a d6.
$30?
Holy shit, that's the exact number I had in mind. I'm not even joking.
Hey!
I'm not even joking. I was thinking you need a 30 to do this.
I mean, it didn't seem very possible, so that makes
Because
sense.
It's, metal bars for a jail cell. So you needed a natural 20 or a 30, and guess what? You just got the 30. So,
Yep.
Astrid, you're standing there, you're watching all this happen. Gudrun goes big next to you, grabs the bars, and she has to strain a little bit. But there's now... You essentially rip off one of the cell doors, and the two of you are now free. Granted, they know you just ripped off the cell doors, because that's not quiet. But you just ripped off the cell doors.
I'm just gonna hold my hand out, after you, princess. Because she doesn't have armor or weapon. Does she? Wait, did they take off her armor? I'm assuming they took off her armor.
I think I did say they did take your armor. They left you
I'm
clothed, but...
Yeah, oh yeah, no, that would have been really awkward if we were naked in here. But yeah, I'm just gonna be after you, princess. But without actually saying anything. I'm just gonna that's the vibes.
I think seeing Gudrun come up to the bars or be there, Astrid would have been like, what do you think you're gonna, and then, because you got bigger, and then, because you ripped the door off. That's how that went.
Alright, so you're not moving. You're waiting for Astrid to move.
Yeah.
Alright, then Tobias.
Alright, I kind of want to reassess what the Duergar soldiers have on their persons and what they currently have in their hands. You said the ones in the cells have their weapons drawn.
They are currently holding pikes, and they have shields as well.
They have pikes and shields. And the pikes are one-handed?
Yes, they seem to be wielding them with one hand. Behind the shield,
Okay.
They're stabbing forward.
Okay. Now, the soldier that actually just unlocked the cell and is going to be holding out the key, is his shield or sword stowed away?
He currently has shield on back, weapon to the side.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is Misty Step. Yeah. I'm hoping that
No bark.
I'm hoping that these guys kind of creating a wall of bodies gives me the chance to teleport behind him,
Sure.
and I'm gonna try to. Oh God, the cells won't let me through. I'm still locked in here. Oh, thank you. um, I would like to attempt to take both.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand.
All right. Uh-huh.
You are able to grab both. So,
All right.
for the purpose of inventory, is pike an actual weapon you could add to your sheet? I always forget if it's just spear. If it's just spear,
There is a pike.
Okay, there is a pike, so it's pike and just like a regular shield.
Okay. All right. All right. Now I guess I have to ask how much of that action economy did that little stunt eat up?
If that's bonus action, Misty Step, grabbing 2 items and choosing to equip them, I'm gonna say it would be your action.
Okay. Then I think that's all I've got. Bonus action, Misty Step. I mean, I guess I have movement, but there's not much I can really do. And both of the opposing cells are now open, so I'm just gonna hold my ground here, I guess.
All right, Astrid.
Okay. Let me just see if I've got the lay of the land here. Gwen has been sneaky, and she and her cellmate are technically now free to get out. Gudrun has very subtly made it that we can get out. And Tobias is past everyone and has the keys.
No keys, but weapons.
Has weapons. And which one actually has the keys right now?
This guy he just took weapons from.
Okay, but that person has been commanded by
Hold out
Ezekiel
the keys, yes.
to hold out the keys on his turn. Okay. I am going to, as a bonus action, with my Mantle of Majesty, point to the one that remains charmed by me, who is within 60 feet, and say, bear hug, and point to this soldier right here. He automatically fails if he's charmed by me.
Okay.
And the intent that I'm attempting, because command doesn't let you command them to do anything that is actively harmful, or directly harmful, that's what it says in the language of the spell, if your command is directly harmful. So what I'm trying to project with that one word is, this is your best friend you've ever had in your life, and you're seeing them after a long absence. But what I'm trying to do is make sure that this one is at least impeded or restrained.
Okay.
So I'm not saying tackle, I'm saying bear hug.
All right. I will, yeah. Sure. You certainly do that.
Okay.
And we'll see if he does that on his turn.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and move my movement. 20, 25, 30, and just honestly jump on the table here.
All right.
And, okay, so I still have an action. I'm just kind of trying to, I guess actually right there is where I want to go. Trying to get a little bit better lay of the land. Is the entrance into the jail cells, is it up here or down here?
The doorway is right here.
Oh, all the way down there. Okay, I wasn't scrolled down enough. Okay. I am going to. Okay. I am going to cast blindness at 2nd level on our friend here and our friend here. And that is a con save, I believe. Yeah, con 16. And at 2nd level, I can get 2.
First one outside the cell, the one inside the cell.
Shit. Okay, that's fine. That's if it has to be that way, I'm fine with that.
The one outside the cell is blinded.
Okay, that's my turn.
I already had these guys attack, so it goes to the mage, who is going to, with his full speed, technically like right here, so let me just...
Is he shoulder checking the door because I didn't open it?
He would have seen you and he would have come up to open the door, seeing that you success, because he would have heard the clicking of it. And he wants gone. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Does he look like he's bolting? Like, can I tell if his attention is to the exit or if it's to the other cages?
You see him bolt past you and then into darkness where you cannot see him.
Okay, got it.
And actually, you can give me a perception check real quick. I almost called you Glenn. Gwen.
Glenn! Glenn! That is my son. I am Gwen, and this is my son, Glenn. Nice to meet you.
Give me a perception.
Okay. Yeah, that's par for the course for this character.
You do not hear anything. But that's his turn. This guy is blinded and just holds up the keys. Ezekiel.
Okay, well, things are turning out a lot less bad for me than I anticipated, if I'm gonna be real. Okay, so how do I want to do this? What do I want to do here? If I run between the two of them, I will probably die. I would likely die. I hear a mage is coming down. Well, that doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be able to do anything about that. I got something. I got a couple things I can do. Let's see. That Durgar soldier out there that's holding on to my keys for me. I'm assuming Tobias will be coming up first. I'm hoping Tobias takes the lead and takes the keys. I think I'm gonna have to leave that to somebody else.
He is also blinded.
He is also blinded, so things are looking bad for him. So I think I'm going to prioritize a couple other things. 5, 10, 15. Do I see this mage at all? Can I peek at all where this mage might be coming in? No, not even close. Okay.
No.
Just in case it wasn't clear, the mage was the elf that was in Gwen's cell.
Oh, never mind. He's fine.
Technically, this cage, your cell would be open. The doors are open.
I mean, where's the door, though? I think I have to thread between the two of them, right?
Yeah, you do have to go past Durgar no matter what.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. What can I do here? I mean, there's something I can attempt to do. It'll put me in danger, but I feel like I'll be in danger no matter what.
You can always hold an action.
These guys are gonna be real strong. That's a bad idea. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna use command again.
Okay, on who?
I'm gonna command the man that's like in between all of them to grovel.
Okay, my favorite one.
Of course.
Here's the wisdom. He got a 13.
He fails. Get on the ground.
So he will grovel on his next turn.
All right, boys, feeding time, and I'm gonna go ahead and with my bonus action use the spiritual weapon to slam him.
All right.
Which will have advantage because he's groveling.
he's not. On his next turn, he'll be groveling.
All right, whatever.
So no advantage,
That's
but
fine.
regular.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll waste one of his turns. I'll take it.
Can still.
Why be greedy? Sneak 16.
That does not hit.
All right, well, let's try. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and skedaddle back here. It's like you boys got it. Just wave them off. That'll be my turn.
Alright. This guy is going to swing on the one who just got commanded. No advantage yet. But he's still got
You smacking them, boys.
Twice. 1, 2, and they both hit. 16.
Ooh, that's nasty. Oh, that sucks.
This guy's going to hit the charmed one. Or try to. And miss. This guy grovels. Win.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way out 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I see him. Oh, he's going for a chest.
Yeah, you
Okay.
do see a chest open and he has an item in hand.
Okay, cool. I will take a second to ask, are there others outside of them? And I will point to this open brawl that's happening.
He quickly turns around and points in this direction.
Okay, great. Okay, so as an action, I'm gonna make a second key because I can have up to 2 going at once.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give it to him and say, let's free everybody. And then I will take off. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm heading towards the direction that he pointed.
Alrighty. Then Sturgard, he's gonna get an attack of opportunity from this far, but he's still commanded. So that misses anyway. So I moved this for a reason. This guy walks up, is commanded, and automatically grapples his buddy on the ground. Because you commanded him to bear hug. So now he's
So they're both on the ground.
He's groveling, and now he's bear hugged. Gudrun.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I mean, I guess Gudrun's gonna walk out. How do you feel about, actually, I'm too far away to really do a whole lot. I mean, I'm gonna move forward because like currently don't want to be just hanging out in a cell. But like I can't do anything from back here. I don't have a ranged weapon. Please hold for checking to see components for spell. You want me to throw the door? I mean, sure, I can definitely aim the door at a specific person and not at any of the people I don't want to hurt within the general vicinity of yeetage.
Be careful about your yeetage, please.
You could pick up a chair and throw it.
Please be careful about your
Even
yeetage.
the chair.
Well, now I want to do that just because it's funny. So yeah, sure. I'm gonna pick up a chair and I'm gonna yeet it.
Alright. Roll me an athletics.
Which I have advantage on because I'm big.
Yep.
Well,
It's not... So, here's the thing. By proximity of everyone.
yeah.
Who would you have been aiming at, first of all?
I would have been aiming for the first guy that I could get to, because I wouldn't have wanted to try to, like, yeet farther.
Okay, roll me 2 more athletics.
Like, a 1 more with advantage, or 2...
2 more with advantage.
This is
Okay.
somehow gonna hit me, isn't it?
That would honestly be impressive. Not gonna lie.
Just-
Alright. Roll
Grenade
me-
splatter through the fence.
Roll me 2 d4s plus your d6 because you're big.
Ooh, a whole 4
Wow.
damage.
A whole 4 damage. So you miss this guy, but the chair shatters and splinters into the other two for 4 points of damage.
Nice. Good, exactly what I wanted from that in all ways.
Anything else? So
Nah.
let me mark this chair is gone.
Oh wait, does that mean there's a chair leg around here?
Yes.
Oh my god, Gudrun, you just handed me a nuke.
All right. Anything else,
What a
Gudrun?
woman.
Good help. Yeah, that's all I got.
Tobias.
Grab the keys, please. The keys.
All right.
I mean, you can also kill
How-
me, but
How difficult would it be to just yank the keys out of the guy's hand now?
Well, he is
He
blind.
won't see you coming.
He's blind, but his turn is passed, so he's not commanded to hold the keys anymore. So he's not outwardly holding the keys, but he is blind. I would say a sleight of hand with advantage.
have you ever taken candy from a baby?
This is one bulky baby.
I don't know what candy is.
Blind baby's still a blind baby. Have you?
So roll me
All
a
right.
sleight of hand with advantage.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
You grab the keys.
Tobias cannot lose.
All right. Yeah, I'll step off to the side here and I'll throw the keys towards Ezekiel through the open door. I don't think that's probably my action, right?
I'll let it eat your bonus action this time around.
Oh. Okay.
Nom nom.
Good, because now I can go in here, and I'm going to present myself as the clear threat as opposed to the elves.
He is going to try and attack you with disadvantage with his fists. The one you just walked past.
Who's on the
Blind
ground?
The blind one.
The blind
blind
one,
one.
yeah.
The blind man's punching a man.
So, with disadvantage...
Not gonna lie, I respect his gumption.
Yeah,
He might punch his friend instead. You never know.
there's only a hammer in front of him.
He does not hit you.
Yeah. It was a nice try, though. I'm going to... Okay, this is flavor. I don't know if you want to acknowledge it, but, like, there's a dwarf mounted on top of another dwarf. Can I do, like, a power attack and impale them?
I will allow it. If you hit the first one, I'll say you can hit the second one for a little less damage.
Are they
Okay,
both
okay.
on the ground?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are. So you will have
Yes,
advantage.
This was such a good combo.
You will have advantage on this attack.
Unbelievably good combo.
All right, so spears are like one of those weapons that could be used with finesse, right? Or light. I forget what the term is.
Let's see.
Because that does influence things.
So basically, you're going for a dwarf kebab.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
The
mixed feelings
pike-
about this.
The pike is a heavy weapon, so no.
Oh. Okay, probably not. All right. Well, then I mean, I'll try anyway. It's at advantage. So it's gonna be +4.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
So
Oh, that's
19 plus 4 will hit. Roll your
Beautiful.
damage.
The damage for that is what? 1d6 plus strength?
A pike is... Let's see here. A pike is 1d10.
Oh. Okay, that's better than I expected.
It is heavy.
Nice.
Alright, so you're going to do full to the first guy and then half to the bottom guy.
Sweet. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Astrid.
Okay, first thing Astrid does is yell, lock them in the cells and let's go. And she means, basically the guards. Let's lock the guards in the cell and let's go. As a bonus action, since I'm using this ability, I can actually cast command as a bonus action on each of my turns for a minute or until concentration drops without using a spell slot. So I'm going to cast command at this blind friend here and say, let's see, say confine.
Okay.
With the intent that I want him to walk forward into that cell.
Sure. Wisdom.
That is, why have I just suddenly lost that? It's a 16, whatever the save is, but I'm pretty sure it's wisdom. Yeah.
11.
Okay. So that's top of his next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Gwen is coming down at me. And I'm gonna look to her and say, what are you doing? And I know it is borderline bullying, but at least I'm not dominating person is all I have to say. I'm gonna go ahead and...
At least you're not groveling me. You're doing unique things.
No, I'm not.
Ezekiel.
Hey, listen. You hand me nothing, I give you nothing.
I'm not. So on the on the soldier who is not my charmed guy, the one who is blinded.
All of them have been broken from charm.
I know, but I'm just differentiating.
Yeah.
That's this one, right? That's at the bottom of the pile.
This guy is currently grabbed, yes.
I'm gonna whisper into his mind, you couldn't beat up the person holding you if your life depended on it. And that's vicious mockery, so I would like a wisdom 16 check. And I'm also just for flavor trying to... I'm also just trying to just maybe give him an idea to just, attack whoever's attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me roll the damage for vicious mockery. I know it's not much, but... what level are we? We're level 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get 2d4 for that.
You'll still somehow roll a 1.
I know.
That's how it is with... Wow!
Motherfucker.
Well...
You gotta work on your disc game. You need to do some practicing.
That's my fault.
Oh, man. Okay. Anyway, that's my turn.
Okay, that's really funny.
And I'm gonna stay where I am for the moment.
Both of these guys are still on the ground, so the warriors are just gonna pile on.
Okay.
And attack, this guy here, the one who wasn't Fish's Mockery, because he's on the top, so they're each gonna get 2 attacks.
So I'm just gonna scream, we need to go!
3, 4, so 3 attacks hit. 1, 2, 3. And that guy's getting messed up. And then the mage's turn. He's gonna fly into the air. About 10 feet. Go right here. So he's about 10 feet in the air. And he's gonna look at the 2 on the pile. And aiming down at them, he's gonna cast a spell. Because he now has a thing in his hand that will allow him to cast a spell. And... Actually, everyone but Tobias would see it because Tobias is busy making a dwarf kebab. But everyone can notice a telltale sign of electrical magic getting ready to blast from the mage's hand as he casts a level 4 lightning bolt.
Ooh, damn.
So I'm gonna roll the damage first. So that's gonna be 9d6.
Jeebus.
And he's making sure he's only hitting the 2 because they're on a stack of each other, so that's kind of a line.
That's a hell of a good aim, man.
So you see a lightning bolt. Oh, you know what? Actually, because of how it's blasted, this guy gets hit too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he can
Oh,
get all.
shit.
He can get all 3 of them, and then all his buddies are fine.
So you see this blast of lightning blast out. Let's see if they make their dex saves. I'm gonna give the 2 guys prone. Well, they're all gonna be at disadvantage because 2 of them are prone and 1 of them is blinded.
2 of them are blinded, technically.
True, let me see his save. One of them succeeds, so he'll take half. The other 2 fail for 42 points of lightning damage. So the guy in the bottom managed to succeed because he has cover. Alright, and with that, anyone who understands Elven can hear the older dark elf mage let out of like a war cry of "Kill them! Murder them! Take back what is ours!" He's still blinded and is commanded to imprison himself. So he is going to begin walking into the cell. I'm gonna roll something for him. I'm gonna roll straight int. Alright, he knows where he's walking because he's a prison guard, so he doesn't walk past to take out attacks of opportunity, but he does stop here. Ezekiel. Do we have an Ezekiel?
Bueller?
Sorry, my apologies. I was momentarily distracted. Okay, so he threw the keys in here, right?
Yes.
You have the keys.
Right. Okay, of course. I have the keys. Keys are in my possession. I see the guard walk on in blind. Quite impressive. I'm gonna skedaddle around here. Be like, okay, if I ask this elf, can I skedaddle around him real quick?
This is going. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna say you're not really considered allies.
Fine.
He's busy attacking.
That's fine. I'll move behind him, and in a show of good faith, I'll use one of the keys to unlock his back on the way out.
All right. As you do so, blind guy is gonna try and attack you while blinded.
Go for it. With your fists?
Yeah. No, that's a 10.
A 10? I don't think so. So, yeah, I'll move around, I'll unlock him, and I'll be like, "Have at him, kiddo." And he can't understand me, but I'll give him a good old pat on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll scoot around, and I'll be like, "Excuse me, Tobias, squeeze my..." And I will wait. I'll use my action to wait for Tobias to leave, and then I'll lock the cage.
Okay. This warrior, they're still prone, so he's gonna attack the one on top with advantage.
Okay, I'm back.
So 1, 2, they miss. This guy's gonna attack the blinded guy, also at advantage. because they are out for blood. That misses because their armor. This guy gets up. No, wait, did you command him? No, you mockeried him. So he pushes this guy off him, so they're back in their squares. He stands up. Oh, and shit has gone bad. So I'm gonna make a wisdom.
Can he tell, though? Really?
Well, his buddies are being battered and bruised. They're surrounded. A bunch of people have escaped.
He's blind. He doesn't see anybody escape.
No, this
I'm
guy
just
who's on the
saying.
bottom of the pile.
Right. My non-charmed guy was on the bottom of the pile blind.
Oh, was he also blinded?
Yes. I got 2 out of the 3.
Oh. Whoops.
That's what I've been saying.
I thought you only got 1. So he's also blinded. But he does push the guy off him and stand up. I'm still going to give him a wisdom saving throw for reasons. I'll make it at disadvantage. He wants to succeed this, so he wants a high roll. Okay. He's going to stand his ground. He's not going to swing, though. Gwyn.
Okay, I'm gonna run. And as I'm running past Astrid, I'm gonna tell her we need to free the others. And I mapped it out. 60 feet gets me here. As I arrive, I can see the elves in here.
Mm-hmm.
They probably just heard the commotion, don't know what's going on.
They definitely heard the shout of "kill them, we are free."
Yeah. As I get there, I will speak in their tongue, and I will say, I have freed your mage. I'm here to free you. Allow me to unlock your wings and give you flight again. And I will stick the key in the door as a interact with object and turn it. And
All right.
just praying they don't tackle me. Like, I hope that they, because I spoke in their language, and I'm showing earnest by obviously opening the cage. I'm just praying that they'll let me do it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let me roll initiative for them now.
Sorry, Pi, but I'm letting all these people out.
Yeah, no, that was the point. Alright, that's your turn?
Yeah, I used my action to move. I used my movement, and then I used essentially a free action or maybe a bonus action to unlock the cage. Yeah.
Gudrun.
Okay, so am I aware of anyone else who needs to get included in this? Who isn't already included in it? I don't think I am, but I'm just double checking.
As part of the escape?
Yeah, it's part of the escape.
You've been told what you've been told and heard what you've been hearing.
Okay. So can I just run towards picking up one of these chairs on my way and then bonk one of these soldiers over here
Sure.
with the chair?
Sure.
I guess it makes sense for me to pick up this chair here on my way around. As I go here and just,
Yeah, roll
give him
your
the chair.
athletics.
Dual wield the chairs.
Pay good money to see that.
Actually, do you still have a club on your character sheet? You had a club at one point, right?
Yes, I had a great club at one point.
Is it still there?
I mean, I didn't technically take anything off when we went to jail, but it's still on my still
Okay.
on my sheet.
So then roll your great club with advantage.
Okay.
I'll allow the chair to be the great club. That will hit.
So
Roll
6 bludgeoning damage plus 2,
All right.
and then second attack.
Well, you get a card. Here, I'll just to make it easy, I'll play it for you. So this will be bludgeoning damage. I'm gonna read it real quick. Okay, so I forget how I ruled this. We're gonna play it out anyways. How the card says it. You're gonna get maximum damage. That's not the one. Yeah, you're gonna get maximum damage, and the target's AC is reduced by 3d4 until the end of its next turn.
Holy shit, this guy's dead.
So let me know what your max damage there is.
Okay, so
I think it's just double eights.
yeah, double 8, so 20 plus 6?
Yeah, and then your 6 is maxed, yeah. And then
Oh, my do I roll 2 d6s because of the crit? But it would be max? Or I don't know.
We double the dice. So
would it be 32 then?
Yes. Sure, if that's the math how that works. And now roll 3d4. His armor class decreases by 8.
Come on, boys!
As you
And
bonk
girls!
him. Alright. The guy in the middle who isn't blinded and has his weapons. I'm gonna make a save for him too at regular. 19, alright, he feels confident enough, he has his weapons. Tobias is the threat. He is gonna swing at you. So this is gonna be 2 pike swings, 1, 2, and then a shield slam. So just a 23 to hit. Will it connect?
Yes, but I will use Curse of the Lidless Eye, which just decreases the attack roll, and anything beyond a 1 will make it miss.
And you're factoring in your armor class without wearing armor, correct?
I was told that I kept my armor, but I didn't keep my shield.
Did I say that? Because you would have been stripped of your armor, you would have kept your clothes. They would have taken, like, weapons, gear, armor.
Oh, then I guess... Sorry, I guess I misunderstood that. I thought I had kept my armor. Then instead of a Curse of the Lidless Eye, I'll pop a shield, and that'll make up the difference.
Okay. That's his turn, Astrid.
Okay, so watching Gudrun run past and just absolutely beat the shit out of someone with a chair awakens every fiber of Astrid's Norse blood. This has turned into a bar brawl, and she is nothing if not ready for a bar brawl. So, Astrid jumps off the table, and I'm just going with it because it's there. There's a bottle right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
In your judgment, is that bottle standing upright with wine in it, or is it
It will be
empty?
standing upright with some drink in it.
Astrid takes a huge swig from the bottle, shrieks, "For the House of Asbjorn!" and smashes the bottle on the table, so she's got a nice jagged edge.
Alright, we will count this as a dagger.
Picks up a chair in the other hand. And then I'm gonna run all the way as close as I can get to the doors just to be there in case anybody comes bursting in for reinforcements.
Okay.
And that's probably, yeah, because that'll take... So that's object interaction, using my action to move, and my move. So I'm gonna be right there.
Alright. Tobias.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is hand the pike over to this elf, and I'm going to, because there was a weapon rack up here, right?
Did you see a weapon rack?
I thought I saw one.
If you saw one, you saw one.
Okay. Yeah, so pike to this guy. I think he can probably do more work with that than I can. I'm going to make a wild guess. And I'm going to try to trigger attacks of opportunity from the remaining two that have not spent their reactions yet.
Okay, so one's at disadvantage because he's blinded, and then one is not. So this one is the regular attack for a 13. The disadvantage attack is a... doesn't matter.
Alright.
So the disadvantage guy will hit you.
That's
For 6
amazing.
piercing.
Ow.
Just as after Tobias leaves, I will close and lock the door. I plan on handing the key over to the mage friend, but we're gonna let them simmer in there for a bit.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna then make, let's see. Right there.
So you held your action, Tobias leaves, you lock the door.
And I will also clearly turn to the mage holding out the keys, being like, hold up, you're getting these.
So, as the door is locked, for purposes of game, and probably with Gudrid reaching through and just smacking people with a broken chair, the Durgard do get massacred.
Alright, and I will toss the keys to the mage man.
And eventually the door, he goes down, the door is opened, and all of them come flying, or not walking out, because they have to be unlocked. But they all come out, and you are able to unlock their wings, Gwyn, one by one, as all of the dark elves gather up together.
You know, in a way, this is a healing moment for both our kind. And I look back at the cell with 3 dead dwarves, in a way.
And Astrid,
Yes.
can you roll me a attack with your makeshift dagger with advantage?
Okay. Is that going to be D20 plus Dex for dagger?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to give you a small bonus as well before you roll.
Okay.
I'm going to give you an additional D6 for
Okay.
reasons.
All right. So that's going to be a D20 plus 8 then.
Mm-hmm. Advantage.
Crap rolls. Oh, right. Sorry. There we go.
Ooh.
That's better.
You're standing there at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
At the door. Everyone behind you is readying themselves, being unlocked, shuffling themselves off. And you hear the door creaking open.
Yep.
And you hear you speak Dwarven, right?
I do.
You hear a Dwarven voice. You cut him off as he is in the middle of saying,
What's all this then?
no, he shouts out, we put that bird, and then you shank him in the throat and he falls
Yes.
to the ground.
Yes, I do.
Pocket?
Yes.
Oh, damn it. You could at least let him say where to put the bird.
And as you shank him in the throat, we will end there.
Oh,
And get ready to continue this prison break in session 40. Not
Oh,
tomorrow
snap.
night,
You
session
guys.
40.
I think that went pretty smoothly.
And
You know,
go really well.
This
Yeah.
combo jailbreak bar brawl is incredible.
Yeah, all things considered, that was off a nat 1, and we just recovered so swiftly.
Not bad. Not bad.
we shall see
We'll see if it's recovered.
what
We'll see.
happens in session 40,
Yeah, that-
as you still do have to make your way to a throne room.
Yeah, the long-term planning of this was not great, but the Nat 1, getting back from that Nat 1 felt pretty good.
And we'll see what happens next time because, spoiler alert, Fafnir is gonna be pissed off, gang.
You think?
I don't think he liked those
I
guys
wonder
personally.
why.
I don't think he liked those guys.
Weird.
He made them watch us. Like,
Not only
It's a
that,
shame there's nothing
That's
else
the
we could have
most favorable
done.
but
position.
now you have an entire dwarven kingdom you have to find your way through. Ooh, this is gonna be a blast! I can't
Oh, boy.
wait!
Oh boy.
Oh, we will
Fuck
see
nugget.
you all next time on session 40. Everyone say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Goodbye,
Senor.
YouTube.
Bye-bye.
See you next time on the
Sayonara.
journey to Ragnarok. As always, good pie and stay sweet, and do wish luck to the party. They're gonna need it.